Christopher Atkins has obviously a fairly extensive curriculum vitae. We all know the story of the beginning of that career with the Blue Lagoon, starring opposite Brooke Shields. I'm sure he can remember, if he tries hard enough, those days. Also, of course, the pirate movie shot here in Australia. You might remember a fairly significant role in an ongoing capacity in Dallas in the 80s as the young lover of Sue Ellen Ewing.
It was about 4.5 months, and we lived on a deserted island in Fiji, and we lived in tents. There was nothing there. They were shipping water into us at the time, and I think the crew found water on the island. Now that island is a high-end resort called Turtle Island in Fiji, and as a matter of fact, and they still have some of the sets and things there, and I've seen over the years people like Britney Spears and Jessica Simpson and Al Gore and all these people have all go to this island. And a friend of mine who wrote The Ugly Truth and Legally Blonde and House Bunny, and she loves the place, and she kept telling me, you know, I keep telling the owner that I know you and they should get you back. Not the owner, but the guy who managed the island. And then all of a sudden I did get contacted by them, and they're flying us out, me and the director. Brooke's not going, but me and the director, for the owner. It's his 80th birthday, and there's a funny story about that. It's his 80th birthday, and I think the island's anniversary. So it's the first time since in 30 years that I've been back to this island, and I'm actually really kind of excitedly scared about it, because you know that movie changed my life in a very dramatic way, as you know, and so I feel really a kinship to this island. And they sent pictures of things now of the island, and I said to them, is that a door? Wait, that's a window. There's glass on the island? Are you kidding? Because I lived in a tent. They had tents up on platforms. The crew were all Australian, and they had platforms where they built their tents on these platforms, and they called it Tent City, and they had a little sign and the whole thing. It was really amazing. And so now that they have this resort, they're flying us back, and it's this high-end resort, and it's going to be I said to my girlfriend, I said, I'll probably cry for the first day when I'm there. I said, so just put up with it, just drink, I'll be fine. But afterwards, we'll be all right. You know, now 30 years down the track, you meet so many people who desperately want to be actors, you know, and I didn't desperately want to be an actor. I was just kind of picked up, put into it. I was one of 4,000 kids who auditioned for that movie. And so there was a big brouhaha about all that, and I didn't know what a camera looked like. I didn't know there was such a thing as a mark. I didn't know any of this stuff, and I had to run around with my clothes off all day long. So it was pick this guy out of, you know, New York and throw him on this deserted island and take his clothes off, or make him. I'm the only guy that I know at this point in time that's famous for running around a beach after Brooke Shields in a diaper. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know anything about the movie business. It wasn't anything I wanted to do. It wasn't even where my head was at. So long story longer again. We said yes, and the funny thing is that when I went in for the last audition, the director wanted me to bring a blonde curly wig, and I said, why would I have a blonde curly wig? Where am I going to find that? And my mom happened to have something in the closet or whatever, so she whips this thing out. Anyway, and so I went in, and he just had this thing with his curls, and I've got straight hair, but they just kept curling it for the movie. He just always saw this. His version was he saw the character as a Greek Adonis. And we have this wonderful Greek film student here with us filming, so that's what the director saw in his head. And so that's why they curled my hair the whole time, because he saw it as a Greek Adonis. So anyway, I went out on Friday, and then I think it was Saturday, I was gone. They flew me to California, and then Tuesday, went to California, met with makeup artists, met with the head of Columbia Pictures, walked through the studios. Randall Kleiser, who directed the movie, directed Grease, introduced me to John Travolta. John Travolta sat down, talked to me about the movie business, you know, all of this sort of stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me, you know? And that was how it went from 0 to 90, and then it changed my entire life.